Hi. So, I'm basically going to be addressing a very important matter. Middle school. My school, it was 7th and 8th grade, was junior high last year. And we got a new principal, and he decided, let's go flip around the whole entire school system so everybody gets, mixed up and confused. And so now it's 6th through 8th grade. So they've got to install a bunch of stuff, and it's nuts. It's just crazy. I'm really happy I'm not in middle school anymore. So yeah, so this is kind of gonna be because my school is a lot different than most people in the world's school. Because my school is teeny, tiny. Like I said, I've got 1,000 people. That's K through 12. Only 1,000 people in my entire school. It's just one building. So I never had to be like, I'm lost. Where am I going? Like sometimes I'm like, this classroom's down that way, I think. I'm not really sure. But other than that, I don't get lost. I did at first, but I was in elementary when I first moved to this school, so I didn't have issues. And yeah, a lot of people are nervous about middle school. I don't know why. I was excited. I was never nervous. I was just like, this is gonna be awesome. Be like cool and whatnot. I'm gonna be all grown up. No, I wasn't any of the above, but still. One thing I do know is don't sleep through your classes. A lot of people are like, let's be cool and let's sleep through social studies because our teacher's such a loser. She doesn't even watch us. She doesn't catch us. Why? No, there's no point. I mean, if you didn't get enough sleep and you're like half falling asleep, that's cool. That's cool. Whatever. Everybody's going to do that at one time or another throughout high school and middle school and whatever. But don't fall asleep during class. Don't ditch your class. And you don't need to be talking back to the teacher. I understand you're all cool and grown up. You don't need to do that. You don't need to be a donkey. Because I don't like cussing. So you're a donkey, dude. Just saying. And I realize only the really nervous people are gonna be watching this. Because that's what I'm doing for high school. If you have a high school video, please send me the link to it. Because I'm kind of nervous. So, for me in middle school, the only issue was losing friends. Because you're like, we're gonna be best friends forever. We're never gonna drift apart. But actually, I have a friend, or she's not really my friend anymore, sadly. But she was my best friend from kindergarten to 7th grade. And then after 7th grade, she started trying to decide who she was, I guess. I already knew who she was. She could have asked me and been like, Bobby, who am I? And I would have been like, you are amazing. That's what you are, okay? But she had to decide to find who she was, and that just it didn't go very well. I found a new friend because I was sick of my friend not trying to be friends with me. She was trying to be friends with other people, and I just wasn't down with that. I wasn't cool with that. So I found a new friend. We still talk, but now she's moving to a different school. And I really hope when she comes back that we'll be able to be friends again. But until then, I don't think that's going to be happening just because we don't see each other. But that's probably the worst part of middle school is losing friends that you've had for such a long time. And I know for you big place people, you're going to be meeting a lot of new friends. But for people like me who went to a small school, you don't really have many other options. You basically have to find someone that's new in your school or someone that you just haven't associated yet or someone you slid off to the side and you were like, whatever. For some people, you're going to have to go with your second choice, or you're just going to have to find a new choice. Me, I found a new choice. I didn't have a second choice at all. So my second choice moved to Chicago. Then she moved to Alabama. Another thing is having all your pencils, because you're shy like me, it's really difficult to ask people for like utensils, I guess they're called. I don't know. And then sitting at the lunch table when you first start school, goodness gracious, this was the second most difficult thing for me. Starting school and not knowing where to sit. Was there anybody else? I'm really hoping that there's people that are like my age or older that had this issue. Because I didn't have lunch with any of my friends or any of my close friends. And so I was just like, who do I sit with? So I asked a girl who was in cheerleading with me, and we kind of had the same interests, and we had known each other for a while through like Girl Scouts and whatnot. But I asked her if I could sit with her, and she was like, sure. And so we sat with each other, and we sat with each other the whole year. So the first year of middle school / junior high it's kind of confusing, but it will probably be the most exciting year of middle school. Unless you're one of those people who parties. But I think that's just in big schools, because I never did any of that. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. And if you can't tell, I'm not wearing any makeup. But all through, like, junior high, middle school, whatever, I wore tons of makeup. I had, like, eyeliner, mascara, and the eyeliner was, like, all the way down here. Oh, goodness gracious. I was a train wreck. And sometimes put eyeliner up there. And mascara, not mascara, blah, 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 eyeshadow. It was like bright pink or bright blue. I was just nuts. And then I wore the weirdest whacked up clothes. And wow. That was at least 6th grade. 7th grade, my style got a little bit more back. But 6th grade was scary for me. Honestly, a lot of people are into like wearing a bunch of makeup once you get into middle school. You don't need to wear makeup. For the longest time, I wore tons of makeup. And then over the summer, I've worn like no makeup. But I break out all the time, so that's an issue for me. But my issue is in middle school, concealer. Concealer, foundation, whatever. No. I didn't even know people wore that, honestly. I thought it was just old people like my mom that wore it. But apparently a lot of people wear that kind of stuff. What are you doing? You're ruining your skin. Are you nuts? I don't care if you take it off before you go to bed. You are ruining your skin. Stop it. It's not cool. Like, 2 weeks ago, or a week ago even, you should have seen my face. It was completely red. I could barely see my nose because it was just red all over the place. I couldn't. It was crazy. I was just breaking out because I went to camp. I was breaking out all over the place. And I calmed myself down. I was like, okay, this is getting to be a serious thing, and it does not look attractive, and it doesn't make me feel good about myself. And so I got Zit Zapper, I think it's called. It's actually pretty old, but they might still have it in stores. Really hoping I don't run out of it soon. But it worked, honestly. I started using it 3 days ago, and it's like mostly gone. And I think this is the only reason why people use foundation. Or that's the only reason I see. Because with all my acne, I can't use foundation or any of that shiz. Because it just looks like I got a bunch of dots on my face. It looks weird. Looks crazy. I look bad in it. I can hear my phone going off. I just don't know where it is. Yeah, makeup, no. Like, mascara, eyeliner, sure. Go with it. I don't care. As long as you're not caking it on like you're a raccoon would be. So honestly, if it makes you feel good, wear, like, whatever. If you're wearing foundation, whatever. I don't care that if you feel good about yourself. But if you're doing it to impress other people, you don't need to do that, honestly. But if it's like a serious problem, like you feel horrible about yourself, people are like seeing your bags. People see my bags all the time. And like this right here. I don't like that. Folders, get extra folders, extra notebooks, at least in your last year of middle school, because I know for me that was when I had the most work. But it's nice to have extra notebooks, but don't be just like, I've got English, I've got science, I've got social studies, I got pre-algebra, gonna get 4 folders and 4 notebooks. I guarantee you, you will have like 3 months of school left, and you will be out of space for your folders or your notebooks. And if you're like me, if you're like most of my friends who throw out their papers halfway through the school year, I don't do that. I never do that because I'm nervous that I might need them. But if for notebooks is the real issue, but for folders, if you throw your stuff out, it's fine. But if you're like me, you need more than 1 notebook for a subject because it will get full. I don't use folders. I just throw my papers everywhere. So, I hope you liked this video, and if you have any questions or anything like that, just leave them in the comments. And if there's enough, I will do a second middle school video. And yeah.